Hey everyone, welcome. We've all been there, right? You go to an event and it's just kind of forgettable. But what's the secret sauce that turns a simple get-together into an experience that actually makes a difference? Well, today we're going to dive into exactly that. How to take your events from just managing logistics to creating strategic, high-impact experiences that build a real legacy. Let's get into it. Okay, let's be real. This is the question that probably keeps you up at night. You pour your heart, your soul, your budget, and so much time into an event. But when the dust settles, how do you actually show it was worth it? How do you justify all that effort and prove you delivered real, tangible value? For the longest time, we got stuck on these old-school metrics. Things like how many people showed up, how many social media mentions we got, or just, good vibes. But that's all changing. The new game is all about what really matters. Did we change anyone's behavior? Did we generate actual sales pipeline? Did we have an impact on policy? These are the things that prove real value.
And here's the big takeaway, the thing that ties it all together. Getting those incredible results isn't about luck. It's about being strategic across the entire event lifecycle. From the very first thought to long after the last person has gone home. It's about being intentional with every single move you make.
All right, so let's break this down. We'll start with part 1, mastering that crucial first impression. Because, and this is so important, the experience doesn't just start when the door is open. Oh no, it starts way, way before that.
Just think about that for a second. Your registration form isn't just a boring tool for collecting data. It's your event's handshake. It's the very first hello. If that form is a clunky, confusing mess, you're already starting off on the wrong foot and making a bad impression.
So Bizzabo gives us this amazing, super practical 5-step plan. You start with the right template, and then, and this is so crucial, you map every single field to your CRM before you even build the form. That keeps your data clean from the get-go. Then you use conditional logic. So, if someone ticks the box that says I'm a speaker, then the form shows them questions about their tech needs. Simple, right? But it makes a huge difference. Then you just test it, launch it, and keep measuring to make it better next time.
But a slick form is just one piece of the puzzle. The policy think tank Next 100 takes it a step further. They show us it's about building trust through real human connection. They actually have one-on-one conversations with people before the event even starts, helping co-create the agenda. It ensures everyone feels heard right from the very beginning. Okay, so you've nailed the first impression. What happens next? Let's dive into part 2, designing the experience. Once you have everyone in the room, how do you engineer an event that's not just people listening to a talk, but a truly inclusive and engaging experience for everyone? Okay, this is one of my favorite tips. It's so simple, but wow, is it powerful. Think about it. The moment you drop the job titles and company names, you totally flatten the hierarchy in the room. Suddenly, it's not about who you are, it's just about your idea. The best ideas win, no matter where they come from.
And you can build this idea of fairness right into the activities themselves. Instead of just another boring Q&A, get creative. A spectrum activity gets people up and moving. Coin allocation forces people to make tough, real-world choices. And using Post-it notes? That's amazing for the introverts in the room, right? It gives everyone a voice.
So, the event is over. The energy was incredible. Everyone had a great time. But we're right back to that nagging question, aren't we? How do we prove it was worth it? This is where part 3 comes in, where we measure what actually matters.
The way I like to think about it is that you're telling a story with 2 parts. On one side, you have the qualitative stuff. That's the why. It's the story, the feeling, the motivation. And on the other side, you have the quantitative stuff, the what. That's the scoreboard, the hard numbers, the financial gain. You absolutely need both to tell a full story.
Okay, you have to hear this. This might be the single best survey question I have ever seen. It's not asking if you liked the session. It's asking if the session changed your behavior. That is a total game changer. It directly connects what happened at your event to real-world action. That's the holy grail right there. So that why is absolutely crucial. But to really get the attention of your boss or the finance team, you've got to talk numbers. You have to connect that great story to the bottom line. So let's look at how we can calculate that financial return on investment.
First things first, we have to talk about all the costs, and I mean all of them. There's one that people almost always forget, opportunity cost. Basically, what else could your team have been doing with that time? What was the value of that work they weren't doing? That time has a dollar value, and including it gives you a much more honest picture of your real investment.
Okay, so that's the investment part of ROI. Now for the fun part, the return. You can visualize it like this funnel. At the top, you have all the new connections you made.
Then you track how many of those turned into meetings, then proposals, and finally closed deals. This helps you figure out your win rate. So you can say, hey, historically, for every 10 meetings we have, we close 1 deal. That little number is key.
And this is where it all comes together, the grand finale. You take all your costs, including that opportunity cost, and you compare them to the financial value you generated from those new deals. And boom, you get a clear, rock-solid ROI number. In this case, an incredible 287.2%. Now that's a number that gets people's attention. But listen, getting that amazing ROI number, that's not the finish line. Not even close. The truly great event pros know that the data from this event is the secret weapon for planning the next one. It's all about creating a feedback loop.
What you're really creating is this amazing, virtuous cycle. The data you get from registration helps you design a better experience. The feedback you measure from that experience gives you insights for your analysis, and that analysis makes your planning for the next event 10 times smarter. It just keeps getting better and better.
So, I want to leave you with one final thought, a question to take with you. After going through all of this, from the first hello to the final ROI, what's the one thing, just one, that you're going to measure differently at your next event to really prove its impact? Thanks for tuning in.